Hello everyone, I am Julian Morris of the Channel 5 News. In the headlines, an 80% pass rate for Dominica in this year's CSEC exams. Dominica emerges once more as the country with the world's best citizenship by investment program. And the Creole Festival fringe events roll out this week as a way of promoting the big event. The details coming up.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts, with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
Here are some tips to reduce mosquito presence in and around your home. Keep water storage containers properly covered. Remove containers that can collect water from your surroundings. Keep garbage bins tightly covered. Pick up your litter and remove all tires from your yard. Keep gutters free of leaves and twigs to prevent stagnant water. Prevent Zika, dengue, and chikungunya. Fight the bite. This is a public service announcement from the Dominica Red Cross.
This message is supported by Flow.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD. All for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Dominica records an 80.4% overall percentage pass in this year's CSEC exams. Here's Andrea Louis with a report.
Results were made public during a Ministry of Education press conference on Wednesday. 1,160 candidates wrote the CSEC exams in 33 subject areas this year.
309 or 39.3% of the candidates passed 5 or more subjects, including mathematics and English. And 515 or 65.5% of the candidates passed 5 or more subjects with either grades 1, 2, or 3. And we have a total of 46 students this year hailing from 13 secondary schools obtaining 6 or more grade 1s in the CSEC exams. Dominica has performed overall 8.5% above the regional average, which was 64%. 13 out of the 15 secondary schools have performed above the regional average.
Notable improvements in school performances came from the Orion Academy, which moved from 40% overall pass in 2018 to 85.7% in 2019. The Goodwill Secondary School moved from 47.7% to 58.8%, and the Pierre Charles Secondary School moved from 67.7% to 77.9%. Despite the excellent performance this year, it still falls 1.6% below Dominica's record performance in 2018.
One of the things I saw with the results is that last year, 2018, the results were greater, and that was directly after Maria. So I think schools and parents and teachers, you have to look at the factors which created that level of success. So we have dropped a little bit, still done well, but we have dropped a little bit from that environment after Maria. So just think back some of the things we didn't have, and so the concentration was on studies. So we maybe have to do a little homework and see how we can bring that back.
Daniel encouraged those heading to the Dominica State College to remain focused on the task at hand.
Keep focus, know what your goal is, and choose only those who will help you on the way to success. This is very, very important. Now, you children, you can pursue a course of study of your choice without the financial stresses, but choose it again after caution from experience. Course of study. Sometimes we go up there, we start a course, and then our friends lead us and we say we do not want to do that again. This is waste of time, this is waste of resources, and you set back your time. So be focused, know what you want, set your goal, and go achieve it. I think this is one of the clearest manifestations, that's the free tuition, of our commitment to the success of our young people and to the future of this country.
Among the 46 students who received 6 and more ones are Nia Bell of the Castleborough Secondary School with 13 ones, Rebecca George of the Portsmouth Secondary School with 11 ones and a 2, Adele Dura of the Northeast Comprehensive School with 11 ones and a 2, Khalil Richards of the St. Mary's Academy with 11 ones, and Adicia Burton of the Castleborough Secondary School with 11 ones.
Meantime, 16-year-old Naya Bell of the Kalinago Territory, who attended the Castleborough Secondary School, attributes her achievement of 13 ones to her teachers.
I just feel accomplished because 13 ones is something that I look forward to, because when I picked my subjects, I chose things that I knew I would have a good grasp on, and I knew if I worked towards it, I could accomplish it. I did 7 subjects in school and 6 on the side, and teachers actually helped me to do the 6. I had a teacher for each subject, and they volunteered, and honestly, I'm so proud that I could actually make them feel happy about this.
Bell would like to study engineering as she pursues her academic career.
Well, I'm going to study engineering. I'm starting with electrical engineering, but I'm going to further it into aeronautical engineering, also known as aviation engineering, so that deals with airplanes. So that is what I am going towards.
Bell also has words of advice for those entering 5th form in the new academic year.
For students entering, for sure you need to keep talking to your teachers. Ensure that you have your SBAs intact. Whenever you need help, you can seek their help, because that they are willing to help you. You don't want to take on too much on yourself that you're going to get overwhelmed. So, and if you, among the subjects you want to do, if you think you have it, then go for it. But make sure you have good support, good friends.
The leader of the parliamentary opposition says he's concerned that his efforts to get answers on the CBIP are not meeting with the level of success that PricewaterhouseCoopers has had in formulating its latest report. PricewaterhouseCoopers released a report this week on the CBI commissioned by CS Global Partners. That report, which is already surrounded by some controversy, covered the fiscal impact of the CBIP from 2014 to 2019. The report states $582.6 million in CBIP funds has been spent on various sectors to support the post-Maria recovery effort and Dominica's broader economic growth. Mr. Linton, who is a chairman of the Public Accounts Committee, has raised questions about CBIP funds in his response to the 2019-2020 national budget. He has also written to the Financial Secretary regarding the CBIP.
An entity that collects significant sums, hundreds of millions of dollars in commissions from the sale of passports, is able to commission a report by Pricewaterhouse and have the full cooperation of the government to do that. As chairman of the Public Accounts Committee of the Parliament of the Commonwealth of Dominica, I cannot ask a question about these same CBI numbers to any public officer without going through the clerk of the house, without having some legal opinion thrown in my face, etc., etc., etc. But I serve the people of the Commonwealth of Dominica in my capacity as leader of the opposition and chair of the Public Accounts Committee. I cannot get information on public accounts of interest to the people from the government officials, but the government officials can fully cooperate with an accounting firm. It's not doing the audit, it's an accounting firm that is doing a PR job, a public relations job for itself for its image, for its relationship with the Dominica government in terms of the CBI, and the government officials can fully cooperate with that entity to give Price Waterhouse all the information they need.
The PricewaterhouseCoopers report says the CBI investments in tourism should generate future revenue streams for Dominica, which could be between 90 and 140 million EC each year. You are watching Channel 5 News. We'll have more after this.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD. All for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Les moun qui ni TB estene et ben toussé, moun qui en bonne santé oli ouin ka respire se vermine la. Moun qui pa ni bon tempérament, kon sa ki ni maladie HIV, alcool, ka fumé, ti mamay et grand moun bien sensible pour ces maladies ça là. Moun qui ka toussé ni pour prendre précaution les yo en parmi moun en place publique, couvert bouche ou le ka estene et toussé. Visitez docteur et ben place santé. Fini tout traitement yo ba ou sa joine guérison et puis maladie TB. En responsabilité ou aider du bout si men maladie TB et HIV, protéger corps et les autres.
Helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
Dominica's Citizenship by Investment CBI program has been awarded the #1 place in the 2019 CBI Index. Published by the Financial Times Professional Wealth magazine, the special report ranked the Commonwealth of Dominica as the best country in the world to obtain economic citizenship from for the 3rd consecutive year. Dominica was ranked as offering the world's #1 Citizenship by Investment program according to the 2019 CBI Index. Dominica maintained its top position in the independent study by scoring full marks in 5 of the 7 pillars against which programs are typically assessed. Dominica excelled in terms of due diligence, ease of processing, citizenship timeline, mandatory travel or residence, and minimum investment outlay. Importantly, Financial Times experts noted that Dominica is leading the way in terms of CBI integrity and accountability with respect to real projects for native citizens, so much so that the European Union member states like Malta and Cyprus are said to be replicating the Dominican model. Dominica also set the record for the highest percentage score ever achieved on the CBI index, 91%. In other news now, fringe events leading up to the 21st edition of the World Creole Music Festival to commence this week. That's according to Festival and Events Manager Marva Williams, who says the DFC is looking at unique and innovative ways to promote the World Creole Music Festival.
From this Friday and probably the next Friday and Saturdays that coincide with that, moving forward, the World Creole Music Festival flash mob will be invading your favorite bar. So this Friday we will be in Roseau, we'll be visiting One Pot Bar and Grill, we'll be visiting JR's as well as Davos Bar and probably some others. So we are going to come to you, we'll be doing the spin the wheel, you get opportunities to win tickets. We'll do that every Friday in the capital city. Starting next week Saturday, we are going to extend that to various cross sections in Dominica. So we want to do something in the south, we want to go to Portsmouth, we'll go to places like Marigot, you know, and just we want to go in all cool way where people sit down and drink the local rums, just to get them hyped and excited about the World Creole Music Festival.
Outside of the flash mob, the weekly Festival d'Uivé will return to the festival calendar, commencing the last Friday in September. Tickets for the festival went on sale last week, and though sales are slow so far, Ticket sales are expected to gain traction over the coming weeks.
The sales can be much better, but of course traffic is being directed to ticketpal.com. It's the first time we're presenting a VIP with that experience, so we expect all the stakeholders, even the artists, to encourage people to purchase their tickets. So I'm looking forward to my teaser for the World Korean Music Festival. And we know it's a work in progress. We're looking forward to years where we can launch the festival and VIP and everything on the same night, so we get more traction as it relates to people commenting and participating. But of course, it's a work in progress. We are satisfied with what we've seen so far. We know that Dominicans like to take their precious time to purchase the promotional tickets, but we may not present the promotions at the Duives this year, so take advantage of the 250 and of course encourage your friends to form part of the VIP experience.
And Prime Minister's scaried statement on minimum requirements for anyone seeking to become the Prime Minister of the country has not been well received by everyone. Should the UWP win the 2020 general election, it's logical to expect that the honorable opposition leader could become the country's next Prime Minister. But Prime Minister Scary told voters in Marigot on Sunday they must demand higher standards for any candidate seeking to be Prime Minister.
I want each of you to leave here this evening and go and research the educational, professional, and community service background of Mr. Lennox Linton. Check out his qualifications for the job he seeks. What are your views on the minimum eligibility requirements for the job Mr. Linton says he wants? I am talking to every Dominican tonight. Every single person within earshot of me right now, I am speaking to you. You are Dominican. You are the employer of the Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of Dominica. What qualities would you like in a Prime Minister? What type of work experience would you like your Prime Minister to have? What do you think should be a Prime Minister's minimum educational background? And if a person is coming back to you after 5 years in your employ, it is incumbent upon you to examine the performance record in the job.
Local businessman Herbert Suki Winston has pushed back on the Prime Minister's statements. Here is part of what he told Matt Peltier on Q95 FM this week.
I felt well disturbed. My family was disturbed by the utterances of Mr. Skerritt when he targeted Mr. Linton. Mr. Linton not only represents himself, but he represents the association of the underprivileged that have dedicated themselves to play a pivotal role in the development of this country. Let me just remind Mr. Skerritt. Wadi Astafan spent very few years at the St. Mary's Academy. Rudolph Thomas Portsmouth did not attend a secondary school. Egbert Charles did not attend a secondary school. Jory Pharmacy did not attend a secondary school. Macmillan did not attend a secondary school. And so the list goes on. And who are the cornerstones of the economy? We are. And let me say that we are the patriotic citizens of the state. We did not migrate. We stayed here, go through all the grinds of life, and then we made a significant contribution to the country and to ourselves. So, you have insulted and frustrated the people that have dedicated themselves and stayed back to serve the country.
Mr. Winston's statements have drawn this response from Senior Counsel Anthony Astafan.
V.C. Bird became Prime Minister, but he was a captain in the Salvation Army. He was a great trade union leader. He mobilized the people against colonialism. He broke the backs of the plantations. He worked hard to liberate people, black people in Antigua. He led marches They refused to eat certain things. They had this thing about weedy weeks and so on. Pierre Charles had a commitment that was revolutionary to this country and to his communities. Suki, what does he have? What has Linton done? And why would you embarrass yourself by saying, well, education doesn't really matter? It may not have mattered then, where opportunities were limited to the very few of the planter class and the mercantile class. But a man of my age and a man of Linton's age cannot speak of denials of opportunities. And yes, Mr. Suki, I can tell you, his failure to properly educate himself, to familiarize himself with basic principles of economics and governance is a major problem, because that is part of the reason why Linton's incapacity to comprehend and to be competent on fundamental issues.
Linton is a former announcer and a news reporter at DBS Radio, former editor of the New Chronicle, former senior producer at the Barbados-based radio service of the Caribbean News Agency, host of Mapping Television show What About, host of Mapping Television News and Current Affairs show Good Morning Dominica, and manager of Observer Radio Antigua between 2004-2006. He is also a former president of the Dominica Association of Industry and Commerce and former employee at Dominica Coconut Products and Colgate-Palmolive Dominica, where he served as corporate communications manager, human resource director, customer service logistics director, and supply chain manager.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
Here are some tips to reduce mosquito presence in and around your home. Keep water storage containers properly covered. Remove containers that can collect water from your surroundings. Keep garbage bins tightly covered. Pick up your litter and remove all tires from your yard. Keep gutters free of leaves and twigs to prevent stagnant water. Prevent Zika, dengue, and chikungunya. Fight the bite. This is a public service announcement from the Dominica Red Cross.
This message is supported by Flow.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD. All for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
To end the news, a look again at the headlines. An 80% pass for Dominica in this year's CSEC exams. Dominica emerges once more as the country with the best citizenship by investment program in the world. And Creole Festival fringe events to roll out this week as a way of promoting the big event. Feel free to contact us at news@mapping2k4.com. You may access our past newscasts on our YouTube channel. On behalf of the production team, I am Julian Morris. Thank you for watching. Join us tomorrow.